welcome to my channel. My name is Whit and this is With Love Always Tarot. This will be what's next in love reading for the fixed signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node as well as Venus placement. So if you have any of those placements in Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, or Taurus, this may be your reading. Cross watchers, you are welcome. Be sure to flip the energy if you are a cross watcher because energy is fluid, time is fluid, and gender is fluid. Okay, so let's see what are the themes for you all. I already blessed them pre-shuffle the deck. What are the themes for fixed signs when it comes to love? This is whether you're single, dating, coupled up, whichever. Okay, I'm gonna speak on each. What's next in love, please? What is next in love? You might hear rain in the background. It's a rainy day here. Themes for what's next in love, please, for fixed signs. We have rage. This is a shadow work card. So either you or the person that you're dealing with could be addressing certain anger that they're feeling inside. And when Medusa comes up, it's justified anger. Okay, it's when you've been dealing with a lot of injustices, unfair treatment, stuff like that. Wow. And then we have wordiness. Okay, what I love about this card specifically is the table that is laid out in front of her, because a lot of times I hate that conversation that they tend to have online with, well, what do you bring to the table, yada yada yada. It's not about what you bring to the table. It's about you sitting at a table where you're receiving, where there's a spread laid out for you, where it's a table actually even worth sitting at, because sometimes we're at a table where, let me see if I turn this way, it's not better. Or at times you all choose to sit at tables, or we choose to sit at tables where there's nothing even being served. It's about getting up when you're sitting at a table where things aren't really being served. Some of you could be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or the cups element of being in that receptive energy, right? Because I keep seeing it between Queen of Cups in both decks is important at this time. Okay, now I want to touch a little bit about this rage, just so that I can give you advice on it. What is shadow work advice when it comes to this rage, Holy Spirit? Why is the rage present? And what is the advice to cards? Okay, so you dealt with a lot of lack of support. You were probably there for others and they weren't there for you. Yeah. This is definitely that rage, that guarded energy with the Nine of Wands here, okay? This is, I kind of get an energy of somebody who, they're not complaining, but they're expressing a lot. Each of these wands, they could represent, every time you spoke, or whoever it is that you're dealing with, every time they spoke about something that affected them and there was no results, like the person didn't change their behavior when it comes to love. And each time you did, it put up a card until eventually you're in like fight mode now, right? So I guess that's why the Queen of Cups is showing up for me, because it's kind of easing down your walls a bit, and being tapped into your intuition. So the advice here is there's change coming with the Wheel of Fortune and the Seven of Pentacles. The seeds that you've sowed in the past with the Seven of Pentacles here, meaning the good love that you've put out in the world, it's your time to receive now. It's definitely coming back to you. Okay, so I would caution you here to do more shadow work around this, just so that you could let down your guard a bit. I'm not saying to be too trusting. Of course not. We never want that. But definitely allow yourself to be open to reaping the benefits, because there is a change in love that is happening for you. So let's talk a bit about this wordiness. I see the Eight of Swords on the bottom of that deck just now, and the Eight of Swords tends to represent that inner critic in our head that makes us feel like we're not good enough, like we're not worthy. So it's definitely time to break free of that limited thinking Wise worthiness here. What's next in love with worthiness, please? And we're gonna get some advice for you too. And this is a confidence card because it is a solar plexus chakra card. Some of you may have a block. Okay. This probably will clarify this. So let me just get two more. Alright. Yeah. Everything is fine. Though it may not feel like it right now. I do feel like you are breaking a lot of patterns here with the devil and this everything is fine card. Breaking away from toxic people too, even though it might feel painful because things have ended, because you've been having a lot of realizations with this rage card of, you know, all the wrongs that were done about you, that were done to you. It's fine because it's a 10, you know, and the Wheel of Fortune is also 10. It's ending. So we have the 8 of Cups, yeah. And this for me is ultimate. I'm not gonna settle any more card. I'm gonna go in search of that 9 of Cups energy, wish fulfillment, because I feel worthy of it, right? Oh my goodness, the 10 of Pentacles. This is having it all. This 10 of Pentacles is literally like this worthiness card. This is knowing you're deserving of love, you're deserving of the good job. It's like knowing, okay, I could have the life that I dream of having. I could have the family that I dream of having. I could have it all because I am worthy of it. So, and again, another 10. Okay, so some of you may be seeing 10. Yeah, Chariot. Oh, you're going in a new direction for sure. You're more balanced internally too. You're masculine and feminine. They're more balanced. You know what it is that you want, and you have a plan on how to get it. So I do feel that this is possibly what you'll be going through in the present moment, and then in the future. This reading, for me, when I do readings, I try to sometimes put the timeline on it, like give it 3 to 4 weeks to play out, but you do have free will, so it's up to you whether you do this, and that would accelerate if this comes in. If you don't do this, then it delays it further down the timeline, but you doing this guarantees you this, okay? So I do feel here, you're in the path to success, you're in the path to have it all. Oh my goodness, look what clarified this 8 of Cups, the 4 of Wands. So some of you could have definitely left behind a relationship where you didn't have it all to go in search of someone who's an equal counterpart to you. I love to see the 4 of Wands and the 10 of Pentacles here because it is showing me the energy of a stable foundation. That's what you're looking for. That's like actually sitting at the table that is worth sitting at. Yeah, justice, because you've been having a lot of injustices in the past. Some of you may be getting married, I'll be honest, because we have the 4 of Wands, Justice, and the 10 of Pentacles. That's like signing legal documents, even with the Chariot there. Okay, so some of you may be getting married. There may be talks, though, about prenups with the 4 of Pentacles. If you want to protect your assets, that is up to you. That is your right. Okay, your person could be thinking about it. Equality is very important in a relationship that you're in. Not necessarily gender-based roles, but just equality. Give me one more on the Chariot. Cancer could be specific for some of you all, or you could have Cancer placements. And we have the 6 of Cups here. This could feel the next person that you meet, or if the person that you're currently in a relationship with, if you know if there is equal give and take, it could feel like you've known this person for quite a long time. But I also feel, like I said, with the 7 of Pentacles, what's coming in next for you is reaping the rewards for the past seeds that you sowed. The love that you gave out, I feel, is coming back to you with this 6 of Cups. All right? So, give us advice, Holy Spirit. No, I'm going to use this out of there. Give us advice, please, for the fixed signs. What do you need them to do next for love? Some of you may meet someone at court or a courthouse. That just seems interesting. 7 of Swords at the bottom of this deck, and then 7 of Swords wanted to show. So I'm going to keep it. I will will say for those of you who are currently in a relationship where you feel yourself getting angry a lot, you need to look at the dynamics to see if your needs are not being met, because that could be what is triggering you. You need to take stock and take inventory with the Seven of Pentacles, because the only way change is going to happen is if you let it. You can't turn a blind eye to it. You got to know that you're worthy of having it all and be willing to go in search of it with this Eight of Cups if you're not having that, okay? If you're in the dating phase, I will say that if you find yourself like you're dating people but you feel like they're getting more from you than you ever get from them, then you need to examine the dynamics and ask yourself, the people that you're dating, if they're even really worthy of what you have to bring to the table, okay? Because with the Cancer energy that I'm getting, you could be somebody who's very nurturing, and the nurturers, they tend to take care of people, but who takes care of them? You know what I mean? Oh my goodness. 10 of Cups, King of Wands, and the Seven of Swords. Okay, so let me say this. So a lot of you may drive on passion with this King of Wands showing up here, and the reason I feel because it's interesting, here we have the Seven of Swords with the Knight of Wands, and then we have the Seven of Swords with King of Wands. I feel this is here as advice from Spirit, because a lot of you may drive on passion, and the passion sometimes could be an illusion, right? That sexual attraction that you feel to someone, it could fizzle out very quickly, and it could cover up and mask a lot of red flags where you're not getting this any at all, this 10 of Cups. You may think that that's what you may mistake the passion for emotional fulfillment, but it's not that. Let's clarify this. Three cards. 10 of Cups, King of Wands, and 7 of Swords. Yeah, 4 of Cups. What did I say? You may think it's emotional fulfillment, but it ain't that, because that's what the 4 of Cups is. It's emotional discontentment, not being happy, feeling isolated and alone. And look at that Cancer energy again in the crab. Like I said, you may be someone who's nurturing because you want a family, that is important to you. You may be very family oriented, but you may meet people who are not. King of Wands with the Judgment. Yeah, it's your judgment call when it comes to people, again, with this fire energy. It may fizzle out really quickly. You may always end up in this hot seat here, whether you're masculine or feminine, where it's like, why did I make that decision? That's against my higher judgment. That's against what I know to do. Okay, 7 of Swords, Temperance. Some of you, Sagittarius, may be significant with this King of Wands and this Temperance energy here. But again, it's an illusion with the 7 of Swords and the Temperance cards. They're not reciprocal relationships at all. You tend to date a lot of petty people too, okay? So I feel the minute you concede to this, because in this deck here, the 5 of Swords is someone who is walking away from the fight. And maybe, power dynamics was something that gave you a thrill in the past. But in order to have what you want now, you need to get away from that energy. Where's the 5 of Swords? I want you to see it. Yeah. See, this person who's in the back here walking away. That's what you need to do. You need to walk away. Okay? And then when you do, the right person is going to come in. Literally, the 2 of Cups is next. Okay? So get out of those dynamics with those ego-driven people. Okay, so let's get your final messages. I'm just going to pull 2 from this. When it comes to love, any advice or what's next? Or anything that you want them to know, Spirit. And then I'm also going to pull some fortune messages. 2 of this, please. So the timeline for this is really dependent upon you and you doing the shadow work. Because clearly the shadow work card is here. That's what you need to do. And 2 from this, please. Alright, so we have investment. You need to take stock of your investment. That's what that 7 of Pentacles is. What you're putting into, is it something that you're getting anything back from? That's why I said you're seeing at tables, but is there anything there for you, right? And then we also have sexual healing. Have you really been encountering or engaging in sexual experiences that has been transformative for you, or is it just a short lived? Because especially with this King of Wands, from the time the King of Wands showed up, I knew here that it was passion. I masked it as passion instead of saying sex, but it was passion that's been driving a lot of your connections, okay? And so we have promotion at work soon. Congratulations. And then we also have to check on your strong friends. So some of you all, you and friends need to tap in, need to check in on each other, talk about where you are in life. And a lot of times when we're single, we become so focused on love that we forget about our friendships. And then when we get in love, when we get in relationships, we even further forget about our friendships. So you may want to just chat it up with a friend, okay? All right, fixed signs. Until next time, be blessed.